Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Sure, I'm glad you're here today, and thank you for taking time out of your schedule to watch one of my videos. Today we're going to talk about my Bosch Colt 1 horsepower router, palm router. I did a review of this, and I will put the link to that review several years ago, probably 7-8 years at least. And it's been a great palm router. It's my go-to router every time I need a router. But one thing it doesn't have is not a plunge base. You got to, when I'm putting in a dado such as this T-track where I'm putting into this top, if I want to start an inside dado, I have to tip it up and then gently set it down and then start my dado. However, the other day, I went to Amazon and I bought this. It's been on my get later list for a couple of years, and I decided the other day it was 20% off. I'm going to pull the trigger and get it. So what we're going to do, we're going to unbox it and we're going to see what's in it. I will probably have to shut the cameras off and read the directions and see how it goes together, and then I'll turn the camera back on. First, we have our instruction manual. Piece of cardboard. And that is it right there. It's already completely assembled. That's great. So there's got nice handles on it. Not sure what these knobs are. It's got the stop. Not sure what that lever. Oh, there we go. So this, well, if you want to move it up and down, and this is your dial indicator as far as where you want it to stop. Using this. Anyway, I'm going to get the instructions out. Let's get the directions out instead of trying to guess at it, and we'll turn the cameras back on when I know what the hell I'm doing. Okay, I've read through the instructions a little bit and got myself more familiar with the plunge base router. In order to use the plunge base router, first you need to remove it from the fixed base by loosening this clamp, twisting it until it's in the unlock position, and then pull it out of that base. And then with this base, you put it in the same way. Get it lined up where the lining pin is, turn it clockwise, and then take this clamp and clamp it down. And it's just that easy. It just slips down just like the normal fixed base does. In order to set up the depth gauge, the depth gauge consists of a turret down here on the bottom. And this turret rotates in 1/8 inch increments. So when you first get it and you get your bit in the router bit, the first thing you want to do is use this release handle that's spring loaded, take it down until it touches your work surface. Once it touches the work surface, release the handle. Move loosen this screw up, and that will move this rod up and down. Put your turret on the very lowest point. You've got low all the way up to high. Once that is set, move the adjustment rod down until it contacts that lowest point. Once it does that, tighten the rod, and then take this plastic piece and move it till it's right on 0. And that is zeroed out now. And so if I want to take a piece, let's say this is just a piece of scrap wood, but let's say I want to make a 1/4 inch cut in this piece right here. I loosen this, bring the rod up without touching this piece of plastic, and bring it up 1/4 inch. You have metric on this side, inches on this side. So I'm going to go down 1/4 inch. Right there. I'm going to tighten that up. If I want to do the 1/4 inch all at once and just cut one dado that's a 1/4 inch, or I can. Or I can move this turret and do 1/8 inch at a time. And now it's going to take 2 passes, 1/8 inch plus 1/8 inch. And let's try it and see how it works.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Well, I'm going to cut in here just for a moment. I finished my review and started reading the manual some more, and I decided there's something more I need to add. This depth gauge that you use to adjust your depth of cut has a little knurled knob here on the bottom. This knurled knob screws in and out, and that is a fine adjustment. So if you need to fine adjust your depth, you can use this. That's called a fine adjustment knob. And then also I was looking, this is the edge guide that came with the Colt router, and there's no place to attach it. On the original base, it attaches to this thumb screw like that. So this cannot be used with this. So I started doing some research online and taking a look at the manual, and there's a whole list of accessories that you can get. I just used a piece of scrap metal here. I'm not. Piece of scrap wood. So I'm going to turn it on. Push this down. And that should be 1/8 inch. Now I'll take the turret, move it to the low spot, and that should give me my 1/4 inch. And that is my 1/4 inch dado stack, dado. And boy, does that produce a lot of dust. But it works good. I like the being able to, the spring feels good in the hand. I can reach the release lever. Once you get this tuned in and zeroed out, it works well, so you can incrementally cut your dados or whatever you're doing. we're going to give it 5 stars. I'm very impressed with it. I think it will make a good addition to my Bosch Colt 1 horsepower palm router. So I hope you enjoyed this review and learned a little bit about this plunge router for your Bosch Colt router. Please like and subscribe to this channel, and we're going to see you next time. Good luck on your projects.